Hey everyone, good evening. Sam here from Striation 6. I'm here with actually the bonus installment from our guide, our upcoming guide, Pathways to Sustainable Fat Loss. And it's sort of a counterintuitive, maybe, that I'm doing the bonus installment before I do the last part of the main installment, the sixth Pathway to Sustainable Fat Loss, which will be coming up in the next couple of days. I just felt compelled to do it in this order, and in the guide it'll be ordered properly for you. I wanted to share my own story about my most recent fat loss. So going into when Striation 6 reopened in the middle of July, when Ontario gave us the grace to reopen the gym, I decided that I wanted to lose some body fat. I decided it was about time to pursue that goal. I started at 212 pounds, and I actually just hit my goal body weight today. I weighed in today of 199 pounds, so that's 13 pounds down in just a little over 2 months. Now, you might have opinions about that, and you're obviously entitled to your opinion. Here's why I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to bring it up because I followed this guide. Oddly enough, I followed this guide. So the first thing I did was triage. I decided that this fat loss goal was a priority for me. My health, thankfully, is quite good. I was at a point where I was able to reopen my business. Basically, I had my ducks in a row in a lot of senses. And I wanted to make some changes to my physique and decided that it was a good time to do it. And then I had to really look. Weight and body fat and self-image is something that I have openly struggled with my whole life. And one thing I love about the sort of internal work that is out there for people to do, the tools that are available, the resources. I see a psychological professional on a regular basis. I've done a whole bunch of other kinds of personal work. It allowed me to take a step back and actually make the decision that in a kind of optimized way, I was worth it. That this was a priority and that I was actually worthy of this goal. So that was a big thing for me. And it's not like I sat down and, did a whole bunch of positive mantras. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It was just a bit of introspection to decide it's about time. It's about time, and I'm good to go. So from there, we want to look at sustainability. So what I did was I went to what I like to go to, which is objective information. I read a couple of books that are research-backed, actual research backed about the subject of fat loss. And I put a plan together for myself, and I just kind of followed it. And the best part was that I never, ever felt deprived. I had certain weeks where my weight stayed the same, went up a little bit. I had certain weeks where it dropped a lot. I made adjustments to the calories that I would take in, but I was pretty free based on the plan that I put in place to eat what I wanted. It was about being aware of what I was eating. And nutrition is such a huge part of fat loss. And, you can get into the nitty gritty of the chemical reactions of certain kinds of nutrition plans. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the idea is to be in a caloric deficit and do so in such a way that it's sustainable and that it actually helps to move things along in your fat loss process. Now, when it came to awareness of food and how I was eating, I did exactly what the research told me to do, which is eat adequate protein, get adequate fiber, up my fiber intake a little bit, and I focused on whole foods. I still ate some processed foods, don't get me wrong. There was some frozen pizza, there was some takeout, there was some chicken wings. Chicken wings, I guess, are whole food. Frozen pizza includes certain kinds of whole foods. You get my drift, though. The idea of eating real whole food was an anchor for me, and I'm lucky because I find most real whole foods delicious. So that was great. And when it came to exercise, fortunately, based on, I guess, to some extent what I do and what I like to do. My exercise was kind of in check. I do a lot of martial arts. I practice judo or jiu-jitsu 5 days a week, so there's definitely some good activity there. My strength training in the gym, my internal performance, if you will, exercise is very consistent. It's something that I value in both a personal and a professional way. So all those things were kind of in check. The last video that I'm going to post from the live parts of this guide is about exercise, and I think it's one that you ought to pay close attention to, because exercise has sort of gotten a demeaned rap when it comes to its significance in fat loss, and I think it's more significant than you might think. So stay tuned for that. I'm not patting myself on the back. I achieved this goal. I'm happy about it. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I don't know if I'm going to keep going, see if I can get that real kind of shred going on, or if I'm going to take a little break, maybe try to hold this for a while. Haven't thought about it much, because at the end of the day, it's part of a process. We keep the process going one day at a time. Have a great night.